What's going on, everybody? Welcome to G-Miles World Podcast, and we're about to be closing out Week 9 in the NFL 2018 season, and I think that a lot of you got to see last night with Monday Night Football that the Dallas Cowboys are not very good. But before we get into that and Jerry Jones starting to lose his patience with Dak Prescott and the entire team, we're going to talk about the Titans. I've been a very, very harsh critic on Marcus Mariota, and deservingly so in a lot of the situations that he's just done a lot of plays that pretty much haven't made much sense, but last night he was pretty decent against a rush that was kind of wild. But the defense helped him out. Obviously, Kevin Byard, he's one of the top safeties in the league. He was able to reenact the TO celebration. I don't know if it's because of the new rules that nobody really attacked him when he went to the star, but it's certain things that you just shouldn't be able to disrespect. And that's something that I think that the Dallas Cowboys hold sacred, is their star. And I was very surprised to see nobody do anything. It's like they don't have any heart anymore, and it was kind of disgusting to watch, but that's besides the point. We're going to go ahead and we're going to break down the game piece by piece. Overall, I think the Titans, when the game was tied, I think the Titans realized that the Dallas Cowboys are not very good, and they just had their way with them. I know it was only a 14-point win, but I think this demoralized the Cowboys more than people can actually realize. Now, we're going to start off pretty much with Dak Prescott. I don't really know how to base this guy's situation because Amari Cooper starting in this game. Obviously, Malcolm Butler sucks. We're not even that guy. I'm just going to tell you this right now. If Dak Prescott, to me, right, I don't want to really say that he's like he's trash like that, but that wherever Malcolm Butler lined up, that's where you should have been going all game. You ever watch like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, like whoever, bro, like any of the, like Drew Brees, you ever see like how their face lights up when they know there's a bum corner on the field and they just continuously attack that player? Even Mahomes right now, Patrick Mahomes, he does that. Like if you know that a player sucks, you don't go away from that. And I don't know what's going on with the play calling. See, that's the thing about it. I don't really know if it could be all Dak, but some of the throws he made were really, really disgusting. And I don't know how to give him a pass on that. So I know that a lot of you Dallas Cowboy fans don't want him as your quarterback. It's kind of split. Some of you guys think he's decent. Some of you guys don't. But looking at the game overall, he made some really poor decisions throughout the game. But what is he, like a third-year quarterback now? Like, I don't really know if right now we can just say that the dude's just outright garbage. I'm trying to give this guy some time, but he does look a little, like, shaky. Okay? Now, Amari Cooper didn't look explosive. He wasn't like, I don't think he was a first-round pick-worthy debut. He got a touchdown against a bum. He did a quick in and out. Malcolm Butler's playing defense on a ghost. I don't know what he's doing. That dude is so bad. And I tweeted this out. When people tried to question Bill Belichick, and then some of you guys said, Eric Rowe was probably worse, I think that Bill Belichick realized that he had to make sure this guy was gone. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he had to make sure. And everybody that he got rid of, including his old lineman, everybody that he's gotten rid of has really played poorly for the teams that they've went to. So Bill Belichick, as much as people want to doubt him and say, oh, he did this, he's trying to sabotage Tom Brady, I don't think that that's the case. Because every time I see Malcolm Butler out there, it's like I'm looking at the chicken dinner because the dude's not a winner, bro. That dude sucks. And he needs to take himself out the game and just give some of his money back and just leave and retire from football. Because I don't really understand exactly, what he's doing and why he's doing it. But ultimately, watching the entire game, it was a very, very bad situation that was going on every time, regardless of the receiver that was matched up against him. So I just want to make sure that everybody understands that I think he's the worst cornerback in the league. And that might, what happens is that really shows that Dak has not been able to give us any kind of suitable growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to open it up into perspective because every quarterback wishes and prays for a corner like Malcolm Butler. So I'm very disappointed that he wasn't able to exploit him more, because that's what you look for that's like 101. That's QB rule 101. When you see a bum out there, you take advantage of that bum. And that's what I had it was just really, really bad as far as that goes. Now with Zeke, look, do I blame the offensive line? Because their offensive line, Skip Bayless has been saying this for a while, and Skip Bayless is a psychopath when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, and he's like a really psycho fan. But he's right about their offensive line. Their offensive line is really, really bad. I don't know Travis Frederick being out, it's a lot of things that are going on with it. But still, all in all, they have a lot of big maulers on that team. And some plays they gave Dak Prescott like 7 hours. So they still have that potential. But in the run game, they're not that same team. Like, people were trying to compare it to the Dallas Cowboys in the 90s, when Emmitt Smith was behind. It's no way. No way. You guys need to stop that. This O-line is not where it should be. So I don't think that people can actually fairly say that that's what is going on right now. Now, again, if you give quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers or anybody, like any decent quarterback, that type of time in certain instances that Dak Prescott got, they're probably going to throw a dot down the field. But again, their receivers are probably working to get open. Hearns is garbage. He did that one in and out move on Butler. Like, Butler was just a bum. Listen, you know what's weird about this? Like, the Dallas Cowboys losing this game. I had a feeling that they were going to lose this game, but I didn't know that it would turn out like this. And the reason that I had a feeling that they would lose was simply because I thought that Amari Cooper wouldn't, really come out and give them a first-round pick type of play, which I don't think he did. Like, you could, Galloway, like, Gallup, is it Gallup? Like, anybody could have done whatever. The same situation, everything that he did. Did I see any burst in Amari Cooper? In certain instances, I did. A little bit more route running, things like that. But he's going to have to do a lot to show that he's a first-round pick. I actually think that Jerry Jones, when you see like his reaction when he's very, very frustrated, I think that there's a chance that, Jason Garrett might be fired soon. But he shouldn't be the only person to get fired. The offensive coordinator should be fired as well, because it's just basic stuff. When you watch the Dallas Cowboys play, they come out on first down, usually. No play action. They just run the ball. Second down, they run the ball. Third down, when everybody knows they're passing. Even Stevie Wonder knows they're passing. That's when they pass. There's no real offensive genius about it. There's nothing really going on within the game. They just seem very, very stale. And they're not exciting to watch at all. It's actually pretty bad right now. Because when Tony Romo was the quarterback, regardless if they lost a high-scoring game or however it was going, they were exciting to watch. And right now, they're just not. And they're a basic team. They're a run-first team. Dudes are going to stack the box, and they're going to ask Dak Prescott to beat them. And as long as teams go with that strategy, they don't win. So it has to be that Dak he's underperforming, or the receivers are just terrible. But then you look at other teams, and it's like, most of the time, like Tom Brady will go out there with like a dishwasher from one of the famous restaurants and somebody out of the stands, and he's just throwing hot ones. So we know that there's a quarterback deficiency there. I just don't know what it is. Maybe he needs to get more of a Colin Kaepernick offense, when Jim Harbaugh was over there, more read option and, that kind of thing going on. I don't know what's going on. I really just don't know what's going on with the Cowboys, but I do know this. They're not really good. Something is going on there. I think, like I said, Garrett has to be fired. The offensive coordinator has to be fired. Maybe, see, the thing about it is I don't want to say you get rid of Dak Prescott, because I think he has some attributes that can make him a really decent QB. I just think that the coaching staff that's around him is not the best fit for him to grow, because he has potential. Trust me, look, making a wide open touchdown pass in the NFL is not easy. And you see how easy he was able to do that when Allen Hurns just outright disrespected Butler. He has potential, but the coaching staff are idiots. And that's what that's just my honest opinion about it. I think it's more coaching than Dak Prescott. That's what I honestly think. And, going forward, I don't know how much more Jerry Jones can take of this. And he might have to just finally step back and stop being the real head coach and just hire someone that has some intellect, because Garrett is a terrible coach. He's just terrible. He's a clapper, and that's it. And this team sucks. And that's the problem. And the Dallas Cowboy fans are not going to be dealing with this much longer, because they go crazy about stuff like this. So something has to go. You waste the first-round pick on Amari Cooper, which in my opinion was a joke, because even though he made the Pro Bowl, the first 2 seasons, whatever he did, he just seems like a guy that some games he's going to be there, some games he won't. So I don't know how it's going to all transpire, but I'm not ready to completely blame Dak Prescott. Zeke doesn't really look like Zeke. The O-line doesn't look like the O-line, but the head coach looks like the same head coach. A terrible head coach. The offensive coordinator is just absolutely terrible. And watching this game was really, really disgusting, because there's no creativity with the offense. And I'm just completely disgusted with it. I would love for you guys to join me in Week 10. Until next time, one love.